Hello everybody and welcome! As you may know, NASA will send their next generation rover to Mars, the Mars 2020, together with a small helicopter-like drone called the Mars Helicopter Scout or MHS. For this reason I made my own Duna 2020 mission. As Curiosity did several times on Mars, I also decided to shot some selfies in space together with the KSC, with the high resolution camera, also with the Moon and the Kerbal, and also with the rover. As far as I know, no one did this before, so it was kinda fun to do, yeah. And because it was a new game, I didn't have any relay set around the red planet, so I had to brought one with myself. Of course, it was an extra hit on the mass, so the total mass was 815 tons, so a lot, but I made it. And after the maneuver node, we're flying to Duna really fast, and accidentally we will hit the atmosphere while we'll be there. And here are the first black and white photos about Duna. So right now you can see on the middle, oh well, and this is kind of a live feed or something while I made my selfie with Duna and with Ike. It was really interesting. I really love it, well, back to my rover. My design was way bigger and way heavier and much more chubby and rigged compared to Mars 2020, as maybe 13 tons or something, so a lot. But I managed to put the drone in the back of the rover, so well, basically the second half of my rover is just a cargo bay with a payload inside. Yeah. And while I was near Duna, I made an aerobraking maneuver, which yeah, I somehow achieved when I made my final burn to my destination. And with about 20 kilometers below the top of the Dunaian atmosphere, I used the aerodynamic drag together with my third stage to slow me down, and then later circularize my trajectory. And luckily those gears didn't explode up, so I was really happy. And with the third stage I barely managed to circularize my orbit, but it was a really high eccentric orbit. But then when I activated the fourth stage, and here goes the third stage, and with the fourth stage I put my relay set on high orbit around Duna, so Ike will hopefully not mess up my relay connection. Originally I thought that it would be good to put the relay set around Ike, but then I changed my mind, so I decided to put my relay set on a high altitude orbit around Duna, so it gave me a much more connection time with the space station. Yeah. And of course this high orbit is way higher than the sphere of influence of Ike, so it will not mess anything up. And well, this is just release of my relay set with the Duna in the background. I really love this mission because I could try so much new things. For example, with the Infernal robotics and with the Hullcam mods, what I never tried before. And you may also notice that my last stage isn't a sky crane, yeah, because the relay set was on the top of my rover. I couldn't fit this sky crane anywhere, and when I lowered my periapsis to Duna, suddenly realized that I didn't open my radial solar panels, so I had to use a little bit of cheat. So right now I can open my solar panels to gain electricity. It was a shame. Well, forgive me that little bit of mistake, please. Thanks. And here is the Duna rise in front of Ike, yeah. And once again, while I left the sphere of influence of Ike, I lowered my orbit around Duna to about a nice 57 kilometers high, just above the atmosphere of the planet below me. Yeah, and then after a half orbit, after sunrise, I started my descent to the surface. And because I still had a plenty of fuel left, thanks to my overpowered rocket design, I could slow my rover down enough to then later activate the drogue chutes about at the height of 10 kilometers or so, and then just let the last stage crash into the ground. And accidentally I also started the engines of the drone, which I later had to switch off manually. And this is just a real-time descent to the surface of Duna. And when I rewatched this record, right, I thought that maybe, just maybe, it could be a somewhat realistic record from the Mars 2022. I really don't know, but it would be really so cool when if they would at NASA would strap on a camera on the bottom side of the rover, so could see the descent. And with a solid 15 meters per second, we hit the ground of Duna, and we are landed. We are approached our destination, yeah. And then opened the doorway and activated once again the rover. And these are the first photo images about the flying rover next to flying drone next to my rover. Yeah, and then I just flew this little about 500 kilograms drone around my rover, just to test and also prove my plan or so. At the beginning I was a bit skeptic and was a little bit afraid, because I thought that this little drone will have not enough power to lift off. But then incidentally I found out that even on Kerbal it took up really fast. So let's say it reaches the altitude of 200 or 300 meters within 3 seconds. It flies really fast. And also because it uses just only electricity. It has only just a limited amount of time when it can fly, and you saw the picture together, the rover and the drone, and this is just showcase of how does it actually look like. I have to say that I am really pleased with this design, not just only the drone but also with the rover. It seems to be heavy, and it is heavy, and it will never go faster than 7.7 meters per second, but it's really good. And here I try to re-dock my drone to the docking bay, but because I forget to turn on the SAS, I just fell off, and after a short hop, hippie hopper, yeah, I managed to land right on the small docking port. So yeah, it was really cool. Then just closed down the doorway, and I just drove my rover around. Yeah, it was a really good mission, and of course what NASA will do probably will be much more awesome than this one, but I really hope that you also like this kind of messy mission, yeah. And yeah, I really hope you liked it and enjoyed it. If yes, then please like this video, and if you didn't subscribe it yet, then please subscribe, and see you next time.